You know, as a reminder for those of you watching at home on the webcast, the Next Labs Fans Choice tonight, bodybuilding's anti-catabolic thermogenic and a rapid release gel, Next Labs Methyl Ripped, now only $36.95 at bodybuilding.com. Bob, this is a chance tonight for the fans at home to have a say in how this thing plays out tonight and present a check to the Fans Choice winner.
As it should be, Dan. That's how we bring this to fans around the world, courtesy of bodybuilding.com, is that they can have an active participation, win a few bucks on the side, Dan, and have some fun. We got Eryk Bui out there now. I've seen Eryk look a little bit better, Dan. He looks good, but you can see he's not real crisp. And when you're the size of Eryk, again, you're not going to be one of the bigger men on stage. You have to be crisp.
You make a great point, and we're going to talk more about that when we get to David Henry in a few minutes, because David Henry faced a similar battle earlier today. These guys who are considered the quote-unquote little guys, and of course to use the term little, it's all relative, but in the case of Eryk Bui, he's got to come in shredded, and he really, as a pro, has not yet had that night where he's put it together, and I'm beginning to question whether he can do that.
Well, he's going to have to do it, Dan, because like I said, when you're 5'4", 5'5", 5'6", going up against some of these monsters that are out there at 6'2" plus and 290, almost 300 pounds. Actually, two competitors, Dan, were over 300 pounds. You have got to go with what got you there to begin with, and for most of these guys, it was being ripped and it was being dry, and that's what you're going to have to do if you're going to break into those top spots.
You know, Bob, as you're talking, I'm panning out into the audience, and I couldn't help but notice a monster in his own right. The reigning Mr. Olympia champion, Jay Cutler, is in the house tonight here at the Ironman.
Yeah, speaking of 300 pounds, and Jay's actually holding 300 pretty good these days. As we got to talk to Jay for a few minutes, his schedule is nothing short of spectacular. He is literally on the road every single week.
Do you think you're better all alone?
Over the past couple of years that we've been doing this commentating, but the change in the music, I'm not so sure really adds anything to routine. Eryk came out, did a slow routine off the bat, and then kind of switches into this music. But I'd rather almost see one continuous music that's got a nice upbeat tempo, kind of brings the crowd, and you kind of lose the crowd when you start off with slow.
Yeah, there's a few guys who can pull that off. The list is very short. Of course, Darren Charles is a guy who's known for starting slow because he is a transition master, and he has the ability to do it both ways. But you're right. I couldn't agree with you more. Just come out, do your thing, and get off the stage.